Hi students, we already learned that the definition of life process. You know that life process already we learned that one, the definition of this life process. The processes which help of an organism for its survival and perpetuation of its race are known as life process. Particularly, if you take living organisms, life process play a vital role in their life. You know, the organism, the processes which help of an organism for its growth and development. Growth means to increase, and development of that internal organs. Everything are must and should. It is one of the characteristic features of living organisms. So the processes which help an organism for its growth, development and continuation of their race. Continuation of their race. It is very important. It is nothing but reproduction. So all these processes are considered as that life processes. So examples, if you take nutrition, of course, nutrition helps that one for growth and development, as well as circulation, excretion. Okay, next digestion. Of course, digestion is also comes under nutrition, as well as reproduction. So all these are nothing but examples comes under that life processes. If you see here, the nutrition, circulation, excretion, digestion, all these are helps of an organism for their growth and development. And last one, reproduction, is helps to continuation of their race. So all these processes are considered as that life processes. So far we have to learn this one in already that we learned that one in nutrition in our classroom, and another that in the previous class we learned that nervous system also, the hormonal system also we had completed successfully. Now we are going to discuss about excretion. You know, excretion is one of the life process. Excretion, excretory substances. What is meant by excretion? Excretion means here the elimination of wastage outside of the body. The elimination of wastage, whatever form inside the body, will be eliminated outside the body of an organism by an separate organisms. No such process is known as excretion. Elimination of wastage from the body is known as excretion. Excretory products, particularly here, that very important in that excretory products. Due to various metabolic activities inside the body, some harmful or wastes are formed inside our body. Such wastes we have to remove by the process of this excretion. For example, if you have to take fishes and crabs, they excreted ammonia. You know, ammonia is the excretory product in case of fishes and crabs. That's why these organisms are also known as ammonotelic organisms, isn't it? Like that here, uric acid, reptiles, birds and mammals, reptile, birds, if you take, they are releasing uric acid as an excretory product. That's why these organisms are also considered as uricotelic organisms. You know that ammonotelic, uricotelic, and particularly if you take mammals and amphibians, they are excreted urea. So these organisms are known as ureotelic organisms. So based on the excretory products, particularly higher vertebrates from fishes to mammals has divided into three categories: ammonotelic organisms, uricotelic organisms and ureotelic organisms. Particularly in case of fishes and crabs, no, they have excreted ammonia as an excretory product, so they consider as that ammonotelic organisms. Whereas uric acid is an excretory product in case of reptiles and birds. So reptiles and birds are considered as that uricotelic. And ureo, don't confuse yourself here, ureo. Ureo means urea, particularly amphibians and mammals. Mammals means here the organisms which gives birds young ones directly and feeding their young ones by giving mother milk are considered as that mammals. So these organisms are having excretory product urea, so they are considered as the uricotelic organism. Okay, excretion of or elimination of wastes from the body is known as excretion. If these wastes are not excreted inside our body, what would be happen? Simply they become toxic or poisonous. If you are not removing or eliminated these wastes time to time, now what would be happen? Simply it becomes toxic or poisonous, and then it may also harm to our body by deposited these for long period inside our body. So excretion is also one of the life process by which we have to eliminate that the wastes which are formed inside our body. And particularly what is excretory organ? The organ or the part, particularly which play a vital role in the process of excretion is known as excretory organ. So if you observe that particularly excretion in case of unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. First, if you take unicellular organism, how excretion will be takes place? You know that unicellular organisms, body has, you know that already you learned that one, the definition of unicellular organisms in your lower sections. The body of an organism has made up of by single cell are known as unicellular organisms. Particularly amoeba, if you take, there is no special excretory organs are seen there in case of unicellular organisms like amoeba. Excretion simply takes place by diffusion process. You know that what is diffusion? Diffusion means here movements of molecules from high concentrate to low concentrate without any permeable membrane. If it is happened that molecules movement from high concentrate to low concentrate, no, this is nothing but diffusion. For example, if you take amoeba, you already know that one amoeba won't have any specific shape. This is the nucleus of the amoeba, and here that cytoplasm. For example, if you take inside that, by utilizing this oxygen inside the cytoplasm, which is in dissolved state, so to their respiration, no, amoeba utilizing the dissolved oxygen in their cytoplasm, and due to that carbon dioxide is formed here. You know that carbon dioxide percentage here, if you take, actually normally if you take an atmosphere, 78% of oxygen is present, and next 0.21% of 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 0.03% of carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. That's why air is also known as mixture of gases. Already you learned that one in lower section. So 0.03% carbon dioxide only present in the atmosphere. Normally, if you take outside that atmosphere, no, the carbon dioxide percentage is only 0.03. If you take actually amoeba is an living in fresh water. Always this nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide will get dissolving in the water, where oxygen is only 16% dissolving oxygen we can get in fresh water. Like that, very less carbon dioxide is present. We will see that in the dissolving state in that water when compared to that outside. Means very few percentage of carbon dioxide is dissolved there. So when compared to outside the body, here that water, very less carbon dioxide is present when compared to here inside the body of the cytoplasm of amoeba. So what would be happen simply from high concentrate to low concentrate. Here carbon dioxide is high concentrate, so it will be diffuses to that outside into that water. Okay, so from high concentrate to low concentrate, it will be expelled like this. This is nothing but diffusion. So particularly if you observe that unicellular organisms, they won't have any excretory organs particularly, simply excretion will be takes place there by the simple diffusion process. Simple diffusion process is a good example for that. Molecules move from high concentrate to low concentrate, okay, without any permeable membrane. So this is diffusion has takes place in amoeba. Okay, like in other invertebrates, if you take that amoeba, it is one of the, okay, what about that protozoa, porifera, coelenterata, platyhelminthes, nematihelminthes, annelida, arthropoda, echinodermata. These are the some of the invertebrates. They won't have any vertebral column. Okay, so like that we are going to discuss about that vertebrates also, like fishes. Already we learned, no? Fishes, crabs, reptiles, birds and mammals. Okay, further we have to discuss about other invertebrates and their excretion process.